welcome back. This is Dave with Nomadic E Biking Adventures, and we're at the Palatka-Lake Butler State Trail. Have a good one. And this is a continuation of the Palatka Trail. We're in Hampton, Florida, where this trail is starting. And we're going to head for about a 28 to 30 mile round trip. And of course, this is a Norfolk Southern railway spur that's been converted to a bike trail. Well, we had a cold front come through last night. Right now it's only 62 degrees. But beautiful. Sun's out. Should be a real nice day for a ride. What is this in the road here? Is that a dog? He's gonna try to follow me. Go on, you can do it. Anyways, it's Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. And this was where I was going to park and start my ride, but I saw the end of the trail right over there, so that works out better. We could probably stop here and use the restroom on the way back if we have to. So yeah, this is a former railroad. Don't know how long it's been a rail trail, but we're at the end of that trail. I don't know where that Lake Butler is. I didn't see it on the map at all. I think I started this one. Yeah. So we just finished up our house sit in Gainesville this morning, and it is 10:30 in the morning, so we're kind of getting a early start. We're heading over to Jacksonville. And here's another sign. Palatka-Lake Butler State Trail. Hardly any wind out, which is good after yesterday's wind. But this should be a real nice ride today. Anyways, we're going to Jacksonville. I think Middleton is the actual little town outside of Jacksonville, but they call it Jacksonville. Yeah, I had a nice little conversation with that older biker, as you saw at the beginning there. He just got done riding 6 miles, and he looks a little bit older than me, so that's real good for him. Yeah, we got a couple house sits coming up in Jacksonville back to back. And I saw this one on the map and I says, well, it's about halfway, you know, to the new house sit. So I said, well, let's go check it out. Again, we're in pedal assist 5, and we'll see if we get the 11.2 miles out of this one. Well, they got a bunch of signs around here for State Trail. So I just tallied up my miles ridden, and I think we're about 300 miles shy of 6,000. So depending on how often we go, we should be able to hit that 6,000 mark here in the next week or two. And especially with the new battery coming in next week, we can try to hit these longer trails without bitching. And I got a line up for a new seat. It's from Cloud9. I've always heard good things about that seat. So it's about 36 bucks. So we'll see how our locations are going to fit for delivery. And it looked like I can get overnight or next day delivery from where I'm sitting doing the house sits here. So I think it's supposed to hit 70 degrees. I think I saw that, or thereabouts. Yesterday it got up close to 90 degrees, which is pretty warm for April. Well, there's a tree farm that looks like it caught fire. Looks like it might have been a fire spark from the road. All these trees look like they've been scorched. I think I mapped this thing out. If I took this all the way to Palatka, it's like 26 miles one way, which would be a real good test with the new battery. So we're just gonna run the odometer to 14 miles, give or take. I'm kind of wanting the second battery to run out before we get back, so we could try our little emergency reserve power after the first battery has been depleted. Nice rural countryside in northeast Florida. I don't expect to see too many people on the trail today. Had some strong winds last night when that front came through. I see some branches down here and there. That sun feels good now. Temperatures in the 60s. Sun makes it feel a little bit warmer now. I do see some people on the trail way up ahead. I think they're coming my way. Kind of standing still right now, it looks like. zip line going over the pond. Looks like fun. If he was looking for alligators. It's a big swampy over here. Morning. Stump grinder. Watching my GPS, it's kind of drifting off the map here. See if it bounces back where it's supposed to be. Looks like it's trying to. Now it figured out it's at the wrong place. And now we're back on our trail. 5.2 miles, 19 minutes on the seat. We're down to 2 bars on the first battery. Halfway to our turnaround. Well, if you thought Florida was all just swampland, I'm just amazed of how much hardwoods, pines, oaks, and everything that I've seen since I've been in the state here. Granted, most of that swampland you see is by the developed areas, but there's nothing, they basically cut down the forest for developing. The dogs heard the e-bike. There's a nice pond there. They've got it colored a little bit. Looks like we might have a highway crossing here. See some traffic signals for the bikers. Yeah, a couple twigs and branches laying in the trail this morning. State Road 100. Oh, and there's a Florida Highway Patrol taking radar. I tell you, I've been losing weight. I think since I started, I've lost like 50 pounds. And I just bought some new shirts, and I think I bought them a size too big. I'm gonna have to downsize. And my shorts too. I guess 50 pounds will do that to you. I got my ultimate goal is another 50 pounds yet. Get down to my 200-pound goal. Maybe another 6,000 miles I'll hit 200 pounds. That's a goal to hit. Well, I want to hit a goal today of 14 miles on this first battery. I know I'm pushing it. I think the best I've gotten so far was, well, I got 15.5 on one day. I was on the first battery, which was really good. And this should be, I don't know, it's doable. We're at 7 miles right now, with 2 bars left. Pedal assist 5, and my Shimano's in 7 as always. Those are my 2 favorite settings. Speed and distance. And pretty soon we won't have to worry about battery life. Geez, I brought the 2 ice bottles with me today, and I think it's going to be a hard time for them to melt. Nope, down to 1 bar. 7.6 miles. Yesterday we got 11.2. Let's see if we can get 4 more miles out of it. A little cooler today, so maybe that has an effect on the battery too. So we got plenty of time. We're not going to be showing up at the house till about 3 to 5 o'clock, I told her. So we may take a run down to the Walmart and get some groceries. We got a biker coming, and we got 2 people walking. No, it's 3 people. 1 jogging, and this is going to be the perfect lineup. This guy stops. Nope. I don't know what little town this is, but it's got a McDonald's. And what is that? Nitchcock's grocery store? Oh, look, you got a trail counter laid across the trail. See how many people are using the trail. Count me in. twice today. I'll be going over that again when on the way back. 8.5 miles, 1 bar left. Got some more people up ahead, it looks like. Looks like some kitties. Morning. Morning. Must be some type of town here that get a lot more people on the trail. Trying to see if I can pick out a name here somewhere. I'm sure it'll say it on that map. Boy, there's a lot of maps. Informational boards. What did that say? Couldn't read what that says. I think that's an electric co-op. Wendy's. Rails to Trails, Trailhead. Keystone Heights, Trailhead. Which one I'm supposed to hit her now? Got a little bit of water out of it. Not much though. Nine miles.
Want to travel the country without paying for hotels or rent? House sitting lets you stay in beautiful homes for free while caring for pets. I'm currently staying in a beachside house north of Jacksonville, Florida for free, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. My free house sitting starter guide walks you through setting up your profile, landing your first house sit, and unlocking a life of travel on a budget. Link is in the description or scan the QR code now. Grab your free copy now and start house sitting today.
Still can't see a name anywhere. Morning. .5 miles. We were briefly at 2 bars again, so I turned it off when we were waiting at that traffic signal. Something tells me this is a kind of a homeless area around here. See a lot of people walking. There's a guy with a bike full of shit. 2 guys I passed up looked like they were homeless. Try my gears. I haven't cycled through my gears at all. Just want to make sure my derailleur is working. Yeah, we might be petering out here soon. 10.3 miles. See if we can get 1 more mile out of this. $11.2 yesterday. Well, this GPS is falling off the map here lately. It's about quarter mile, let's see, a couple hundred feet off the trail. Morning.
Morning.
Heavy traffic. it just died. So we got 10.7 out of that one. Let's change the battery. Alright, we got 10.7 miles out of that. Got our second battery installed. 40 minutes on the seat. And roughly 4, maybe 5 miles to when we start our turnaround back to the car. Getting a little warmer. I bet you it's close to 65 degrees. A nice trail right next to the main trail here, right for horses. Morning. Morning. I just wonder how long ago this train railroad spur or main line was abandoned. Well, I can tell you, I bet you when I get that fresh battery, I'm gonna, right now I'm 19 miles an hour, 19 and a half, yeah, no problem. You know, with a fresh battery, it's going to be like that all the time. Otherwise, you know, that first battery, my maximum was 16, 17 miles an hour. Sometimes I hit 18. But this one consistently is, when it's fresh and new, it just gives you a better miles per hour, even though this is a class 2 and the motor cuts out at 20. Seeing a lot more of these mounds of sand all over the place. I tell you, this GPS is doing a terrible job today. It's not staying right on the trail, it's out on the roadway over there. I don't know if the tree canopy is affecting it or what. .2 miles, 48 minutes. 14 miles. I think we'll run it up. Oh, car coming. And my seat just fell down. In fact, well, let's go till we get the end of our red dot. Palatka-Lake Butler Trail. Well, definitely at 15 we're going to turn around. That's 30 miles. And we haven't hit 30 miles in quite a while, so looks like another biker coming up. Morning. Oh, that was the end of our mark. So let's run it to 15 miles, just for shits and giggles. Alright, we're at 15 miles. We're going to take a little bit of a break and we'll be right back.